Welcome to Rustic Cottage Co. I'm Julie and I hope you like my Facebook page Rustic Cottage Co, my group Rustic Cottage Co and my YouTube channel Rustic Cottage Co. This video is to inspire you. Please give the thumbs up, like, tell your friends and pass the word on. That will help my business. I much appreciate the time you're taking to enjoy this video. Please keep watching and let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you again for watching Rustic Cottage Co. from Julie. Have a great day. Enjoy the movie. So we managed to get the legs off the coffee table and now adding some wood on it to give it some more height, and then it'll be a better height in coffee table. And I think it'll look better and obviously sell better. Also sanded down the top, and as you can see it doesn't sand as good as I was hoping. So what now is going to show me that I'm going to have to put a darker stain on this. That's fine, it'll still look beautiful, but I will go darker in the stain to hide all this imperfections on it. So this piece here is coming apart, but unfortunately not coming apart how I'd like it to. So instead of fighting it, I'm going to go with it, and I have changed my design plans on this. That's the way it goes sometimes, and that's when you're using free stuff or pieces that you're transforming into something else. Sometimes as you go along it has to change on you, and that's okay, makes it more fun. Now this piece here, I've got it on top of the change table, but ignore the change table. This is the drawer I was mentioning on Wednesday. It's a drawer that was over from something else I was doing. It was a leftover and just had all the sides cut, and now I'm going to paint it up. Alright, we've been working hard today. So this is the drawer I was mentioning that I'd shown you a little earlier. And I've painted the whole outside in the charcoal grey chalk paint, and then I will be doing a clear coat on top of that, as I'll be doing the wet distress method on this piece. I have some wood here cut up ready for a piece that we'll be working on soon. And here on the actual coffee table I've got the first coat of stain on. It's actually a glaze, so it's water based. I will have to put a clear coat on top. But as I was mentioning earlier, it didn't sand completely down to how I wanted it to be. So I'm going to have to do multiple layers of the glaze to get it nice and dark, and it's not going to hit everywhere. So I'm going to make it look rustic that way and intentional. So it'll take a little bit extra work to do, but I think it'll look amazing in the end. And then moving on to this piece here, we've got lots working on it, painted it up. Do have to do some touch-ups on the paint in the end, but obviously I do that at the very end because we've got lots of work to do. The pieces of wood I mentioned over here, these pieces, I've got to put the stain on those pieces, and they are going onto this piece here. So lots of work done today. Doesn't maybe seem like it to you guys, but when you're cutting wood and measuring 6 times and cutting 3 times, no, measuring twice, cutting once kind of thing, it takes time, and some things needed adjusting and figuring out, and that's what we did. So working hard today and got lots done. Back again later for when everything's dry to do the next coats. So it's here now, Thursday morning, and first thing I did when I got here was put on the grey glaze, the smoked glaze on top of the, yesterday I put the aged glaze on, which was the brown base. Today, now it's dry, I've put the smoked glaze on, which is a grey base, and I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then I think I'm going to have a look at it, because once I put the clear coat on, it'll go darker. But I may put one more aged glaze on top. We'll see. What do you think? And then on this piece here, which used to be the drawer, I've put the clear coat on. I'm waiting for that to dry so then I can get going with the top coats of white linen chalk paint. But yeah, on this one, I'm still deciding whether I want to put on there some more of the brown aged. We'll see. Thinking about it. Let me know what you would do. So these arrived today. Conan built these for us, and I'm going to spend some days here coming up giving some personality to these pieces, going on slightly rustic side but not too rustic, and as I say, having some fun with some paint. They're built beautifully, they look good, and this will be kind of exciting for me, a little different for me, as usually I'm transforming a trash to treasure or changing a piece of furniture from one type of furniture, turning it into something else, or something old and just painting it up to make it look newer again. This is actually brand new, just built raw wood. Be slightly different to what I'm used to, but also be very exciting to see how the raw wood completely takes my style and to make it look old. So I'm gonna have some fun with this. Let's see how the transformation gets going. So I've got the first coat on the tops and also have done the drawer fronts. I took the drawer fronts off just to make life easier. Just bring you over here because that's where I have them in my mix of places. Here's the drawer fronts. That's the first coat. I'm going to let them dry and then put a second coat on. The second coat will just be a touch-up coat. And also I have to do the shelves. Sorry, I'm going to bring you back here to these. I have to do the shelves too. But right now I'm just having to think whether, yeah, I think I'll have to do the shelves too. It's the same style, so I'll do them the same. So I'll do them next, so they've got a first coat on them. Let it dry and then do a second coat. I'm coming towards the end of Thursday and I put a last coat of the grey, the smoked glaze on here. I'm just going to let it dry just a little, not fully dry, and then go over with just a dry brush to brush out any streaks. And then this wood is finished. It's ready for the change table. And then these have gotten a second coat on, looking good. I may go in and do a third coat, we'll see. I'm liking how they're coming out, but I want to just kind of have a fresh look when they come in tomorrow on these. I'm liking how they look, but let's see what they look like when they're fully dry. Because right now they're dry but not fully dry. And last but not least, I have to get onto this piece here. I'm going to paint this white, so got to get going on that. So I got around at the very end of the day and got the first coat on this piece here. I will paint the bottom of it and get the second coat on first thing in the morning. So now it's time to go home to the family and be back again tomorrow morning, Friday. Just put the clear coat on this one. It's as dark, as good as I'm gonna get it. I think it looks good. It's rustic. I wish it had come out better, but for something I didn't build myself, I think it looks great. The legs, I'm still waiting to attach the part on the bottom just to make it a little bit higher, and then I'll stage it up. And I think it'll come out great with the staging. These are the drawer fronts for the little side tables that I'm doing for the collaboration. So they're just drying. And also I have over here, I've done the tops and I've finished them and I have clear coated them. So these are the fronts. And the reason I've already clear coated these is now that when I go in with paint, if I get accidentally any paint onto the tops, I'll just be able to wipe it off because it's water-based, and it's better to wipe off the paint from the tops, even though I'll mask it all off. If I get some on there, it's easier to wipe off the white paint off the tops than it is to try and wipe off the glaze off the paint. So that's why I do it this way around. And yeah, these are clear coated, the tops are finished, and I just got to get going with the painting now. I'm starting to put in the sides onto the change table. Just these parts here just being cut, and then they'll be stained and put in. The front down here, got one piece each side. This piece is going to be put into the middle, and then we're going to have doors on either side. This shelf here is going to have some pallet wood across, and it's going to be open shelving. And again, this side here has got the sides in and starting to look good. Well, the spice rack is coming along nicely. I'm going to get the shelves in, and there will be some touch up of the paint, but I want to wet distress back anyway. So while I'm doing that, I can wet distress back and then check the paint. I'm Julie from Rustic Cottage Co. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and thumbs up. Thank you.